out of the hole. Whoa. The hole was so deep this week. What? Not the Cowboys. Not the Cowboys. Why the Cowboys? Ah, 2 in a row, we getting smacked up, y'all. Whatever the case, but flock up and flock off. Not you stick around because it's about to go down. You know, flock with the most energetic energy in the Eagleverse. I don't know how I'm keeping this energy right now, really, to tell you the truth. But you know what? It is what it is. We ain't here on a What the Flock Wednesday. Let's flock and go because there's so many What the Flocks. What the flock are we doing losing 2 in a row? Like, this never... It happens, though. You know what? We ain't new to this. We true to this. And I hate to say that after 2 L's in a row because that's nothing I want to be true to. I'm just all out of sorts in here for this therapy right now. If anyone knows, I need it. Oh, man, this is just, it's rough. It's rough waters right now. Rough skies, not clear skies, man. But you know what? Let's keep the maniac thing. Please like and subscribe. If you bought that fly, goes fly. Drop a comment in that box if you flying with the flock. Let's fly. Do remember, join that maniac thing. Noti gang, hit that bell. You get a bing whenever I'm on this YouTube thing. Let's fly. While that's the maniac thing, let's keep the main thing. Hope this video found you good vibes, good clear skies, good tides. If you're not there, I hope this helps you get there because we about to go there. Oh, yeah. I can't see how anyone could be anywhere but in a good place right now. But we're going to try and bring that to you. We're going to try and get this thing going right now on the What the Flock on Wednesday. Because there's still great things to look forward to. At least I hope so, man. We're 10-3 right now. And what the flock, first what the flock is what the flock we're going to do about Seattle. Because right now, as it stands, if we're looking at it with clear eyes, not our eagle eyes, because right now, you know what time's good and all that. We can look at the world through eagle color eyes and all that, pokey beaks and do all that and all that. But sometimes you got to get up and step into the realm of reality just a little bit. Because, I mean, if we're looking at this, and I know football is a game of matchups, but what the flock are we going to do about the Seahawks? The Seahawks played the Cowboys pretty... Seahawks played the Cowboys pretty damn good. You know what I mean? They played them well. They almost beat them a few games ago. And as you see, we did not, even though we beat them early in the season. And I'm out of the L hole. Just quick sidebar. But, you know, I can't help myself. I'm a glutton for punishment because I'm watching the game right now. Last week, I didn't take my medicine. I was like, we lost. You know what? Throw it in the garbage, flush it down the toilet like our great leader, H1M, Jalen Alexander the Great, Hurt says. You know, flush it down the toilet. It was a dump. Get it out of here. But you know what? I'm not following the normal procedure. Regardless of what, you got to watch these games. Run it back, man. Keep it clear. Remember this. Remember this. Act like I'm going on the field, right? Regardless of whom or what, right? Seattle played the Cowboys very well. They almost beat them. They played the 49ers very well. They didn't almost beat them, but they were hanging with them for a good 3 quarters. Way more than we could say for ourselves, right? Or did we hang with them? I don't know. Definitely. Both games are weird. You know, I can sit here and nitpick places and cases where we may have come back if this would have happened, if that would have happened, and if our ifs were fist, then we'd all be drunk. You know how that thing goes. So we're going to get that up out of here. We saw what we saw. What happened is what happened. And the Seattle Seahawks play both of these teams very well. So I pose this question to you on a What the Flock Wednesday. What the fuck are we going to do about the Seattle Seahawks, man? There's going to be a lot of I hate to use these terms, but for the sakes and purposes of this video, there's going to be a lot of come to Jesus moments during this week, perhaps during the game, where it's like, yo, when the rubber meets the road and all that, what are we going to do? What the flock are we going to do about the Seattle Seahawks? But we get more into that during the week, if God permitted, right? However, there are more things, so many more things to say what the flock about. You know, you got that debacle, whatever went on this weekend. 2 20-point losses in a row. What the fuck? You definitely got to say it about that. You have to say that about that. We've also got A.J. Brown. What the flock is A.J. Brown talking about? He's talking about what's going on in the locker room and all that. Then after I said that, I had to say it to myself. What the flock, Eagle Maniac? You kind of agree. Third person, I hate this. Regardless of whom or what the flock am I doing agreeing with A.J. Brown talking about our team? You know why I can agree with A.J. Brown? Because I'm watching the same game the other night, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, dude, that's a zero blitz. Why is everybody's back turned to our quarterback? Do we not have a hot route? Do we not know what hot routes are? I'm not the type. I don't want to sit here and punch and poke at our coaches, great players and all that. But what am I left to do when what I'm watching is not me, as they all say, as everyone on the team says, as Jalen Alexander the Great Hurt says, it's not meeting the standard. Everyone's got their back turned on the zero blitz. Where's the hot route? Where's this man to go? What are we doing right here? Can we get some quick routes? So to that extent, I agree with A.J. Brown, but although there's a case where making it public is what I don't agree with. However, I guess sometimes you feel you got to do what you got to do to get to where you got to go. And perhaps he sees this is the only thing that he can do. Much like I heard, what's their names? Quentin Michael, Jason Avant say on their podcast. Like, dude, it's been week after week after week after week after week. As far as the defense goes, we're seeing the same damn thing time and time again. If you're not fixing it, albeit I did see a few adjustments on the crossing route. Matter of fact, right here on the first play of the game, they still had a nice dump down regardless of what. But I like the way we pass off. At least that was a change. But it's like, okay, we fixed that. It's almost as if you're trying to fix the levee or something, fix a hole in a flood. Clog a gap, clog a leak. Yeah, I'll be all right. So just bear with me, right? Like you're trying to clog a leak. So you take it out of this, take the cork out of this hole and pop it in that hole. And then that hole just a whole nother flood. And that creates a whole other problem. It's like, why can't we fix all of the problems? I know it's a lot to ask. I'm a fan, of course it sounds easy to me. Like, let's fix all the problems. What are we doing? And then I can argue with, you guys get paid big money, good money. And you got so many assets, so many players on this damn team. I don't know. Perhaps we're just not as talented as we think we are. That could be the case. I even saw, Lord Brunson popped up video, said, we frauds. I'm like, damn, it's getting rough over here. Even when Lord Brunson is going, it's like, whoa, you got to double take, like what's going on with our squad. Fan base. I mean, I know we're 10-3, still a good team, still tied for first place in the division. If we win out, then we win the division. If both teams went out, we win. And then Turpin just getting around the edge. Contain. What's going on with Contain, bro? Like, what's going on with Contain? We got the monsters up the middle. You know what? That's for them to figure out. I'm just a fan. It's always us. We out here going crazy. Right? I mean, it's like when you're seeing these glaring, like, what's going on? And I guess you could charge that to, like Hassan said, he's not used to teams running at his side because he's a great run stopper. The Cowboys was like, oh, you must have forgot. Yeah, you got to do this too. It was a lot going on in that game. I shouldn't even have this on. I'm out of the hole, and I'm trying to put myself right back down in the hole. This is rough. All right, so let me talk to you. So like I said, so you got A.J. Brown talking about the offense, and he's doing it publicly, which is one thing I don't condone. I don't like that. However, much like I just said, we're going to be talking in circles today because I'm spinning like this. The fly captain is spinning today. I'm on super spin mode. So you've got him talking to the public. Don't like that. However, much like I just said, and I'll repeat it, sometimes you got to do what you got to do to get where you got to go. And like Quentin Michael and Jason Avant said, these things that happen over and over and over again. So, of course, I know these guys. One of the things that this team, that this coaching staff, that Nick Sirianni lays his hat on is self-awareness, self-criticism, self-scouting. No one seeing what you're doing, evaluating yourself so that you can get better down the line. Because much like we always say, it's not about them, it's about us. And I think we're going to have to start looking at them. And that's another thing, too, that I see with this defense. It's very reactive. It's not proactive. You see them standing there, they're just waiting for something to happen. We're not imposing our will on these teams. And now I've been praising this side all season. Because, of course, that's what you're going to do when you're 10-1, right? Lose 2 games in a row, 10-3. Still a great record, but now you start to you start to think, you start to question everything, what's going on around you. And I question him. I have to ask him. I have to make him stand on his words, be about his business. Dude, you said we're going to fill this defense. I'm feeling offenses fly through this defense. I'm feeling the breeze go by as we're getting ran on, thrown on, everything on, like with the bottom of the league and crazy categories. Not only on defense, but on the offense also, man. Our third down percentage is about suitable. We were up there for a second. I believe that may be a bit hyperbole. It's just my emotions talking right there. But it's then just getting off to these fast starts, dude. Like we have to do something. And back to the point that I was trying to make about A.J. Brown and him seeing, if I can see it, and now he's voicing it, so now I know what I'm seeing isn't crazy. Like, I'm like, is this far for the course? Because, when they're running down, they hop out of frame for a second. Maybe they're coming back on curl routes and they just don't have enough time to get rid of it. I don't know, but it just seems like these routes are way too extravagant, they take way too long to develop on a zero blitz. And I know that's what we were doing last season, but teams, we like to go for the big ball. We like to go for the big play. It's not the case this season. We have to switch things up. And that's one thing that we've always praised Sirianni on, being ever since the plant speech, or you call it the flower speech, whatever the case may be. This team has been amazing since, and you have to have patience with these things and let these things grow and develop into what they need to be. He's always good on the flip, changing things up, switching things up, if you will. He was passing the ball crazy that season when we got into the first time we got into the playoffs under Jalen Alexander, the great Hurts, with Nixon Sirianni. You know, he switched it up. Went strong run game, got us to the playoffs, did what we had to do to get to where we had to go. And that's the bottom line. This team has to do what they have to do to get to where they have to go. And I just hope they can do it, man. And that's where we at with the What the Flock as far as me, AJ Brown, the team, and everything considered, right? Now we're going to hop outside the nest for real quick because, as you can see, still a bit emotional off of that game. I can't even. Losing my flock in mind. But just a few quick things. Just have a little fun with it because I like to end on a good note. And ending on a good note, there's maybe out to sea. And then that BS right there. Like, there's a flag. I haven't ever seen a flag picked up for holding, bro. Wild. Wow, was that a third down at that? I doubt it. It was rough. So anyway, gonna hop out the nest real quick for a few What the Flocks. Like, so this is bugging me out. What the Flock is up to? You know what? You know how we do this. We do this on the fly. I want to do this right because every time I end up hopping out the boat and I'm bugging out. Tommy DeVito's agent. Sean the Suit Sinatra, Sean the Suit Sinatra, whatever the fucking name is. Did you see this guy? What the fuck is up with Tommy DeVito's agent? It's crazy over here. It's getting wild over here, man. Shout out to them and all that they're doing over there, man. We're going to have to see these guys in a few weeks. Not to mention other What the Flocks. We're going to say What the Flock about the Seahawks. What the Flock was going to do about the Giants when they come through. What the Flock is going to do about Kyler Murray and the Cardinals. These are supposed to be layups for us right now that aren't quite looking like. But you know what? As Mama Maniac always says, keep the faith, keep the faith, keep the faith, keep the faith, just keep the faith, Eagle Maniac. You're going crazy. We're going to do this. We're going to get this thing done. Much like when Carson Wentz got injured that year. Oh, that great year, 2017. He gets injured. I'm losing mine. Next game is against the Giants. We're getting blown the flock out. I believe it was like 27-zip, something crazy, 17-zip. Might be a little hyperbolic. Regardless of what? I called to, I'm in the bathroom, on the toilet, staring at candles, listening to gangster music, calling up Mama Maniac like, bro, what's going on? Yo, is it just going to end like this? Like, just complete collapse, like, immediately? It's like, calm down. It's going to be all right. And that's what we all kind of got to do right now. Calm down. It's going to be all right. See, I can't hop out the hole. It's always everything's going to come back to the eagle. I look at the world through eagle color eyes. I can't help it. It's always going to circle back to us, right? So that being said, What the Flock is up with Tommy DeVito and Zach Wilson? What the Flock? NFC and AFC Offensive Players of the Week, respectively. The NFL is trolling the New York teams. Got to be. Something's going on. Oh, you know what? We are in bizarro world right now. We've got Tommy DeVito and Zach Wilson, NFC and AFC Players of the Week. Where are we? What's going on? What is up with this league? We got Tennessee coming back from 2 touchdowns down with 3 minutes left. What the fuck is going? You know what? You can't knock it. We were part of that. I told you it always comes back to us. We were kind of part of that during the season also, doing some crazy things, coming back from 10 points down in 4 straight games. It's kind of wild. Came back to, things came back to... You know what? It's 4 games in 20 days. That's a lot to have to go through. We're going to be all right. Watch. As soon as we get our wings back up under us, this is going to be all right. We're going to be all right. That's what I'm texting everybody. Everybody's gotten that gift. Anybody that's talked to me in the last few days, hope this is going on and all that, coming at me crazy. Like, what's up with your birds? All the crazy talk. Send them with that gift, man. That's all I can do. We're going to be all right. We're going to be all right. I advise you to do the same thing. Do not engage. Do not engage. You might take someone's head off. You might end up in jail. Relax. Take it cool. We're going to be all right. So you got to tell yourself, man, we're going to be all right. Usa, Sim, Salabim, and all that. We are going to be all right. But regardless of what's going on in this football world right now is wild. We are in the Twilight Zone, bizarre world. Tommy DeVito and Zach Wilson are the players of the week, man. This is wild. But you know what? Like I said, this is like the year of due. And it wasn't so much due for the Cowboys, much like I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be our do for us to beat them in that place. Jalen Alexander, the great Hurts, and Nixon Sirianni to get their first wins in AT&T. But you know what? They were the first team. They actually gave us our first L in a long time after loss. Actually gave Jalen Hurts his first L in a long time after having a loss. So 2 L's for Jalen Hurts for the first time in his career. Much like I hear a lot of the team saying, this team is very resilient, has dealt with adversity. A lot of players on this team have dealt with adversity times in their career and they've overcome it. So now we have to do this thing collectively. Everyone must come together. I was talking to coaching staff, the players, everybody, every damn body in the damn building must come together as a concerted effort to overcome these obstacles that we're facing right now. And I think, now that I'm talking now that I'm going through this therapy with y'all, I really think we have the capacity, we have the people, we have the men in the room, we have what we need to do. All we need is us. And I think we got that, y'all. You know what? And I think as we do this on the fly, I think, that's what I'm leaving with on the What the Flock Wednesday. What the flock you mean? This is what the flock I mean. Is that we got this, y'all. We're going to do this. You heard me? Till the next time, make it your best time. In the meantime, between time, keep it a great time. You already know what else I like to do around this time. About the time at the time. I got questions, y'all. It's always Eagles o'clock around here. Open your eagle eyes. Smoke your beacon. Let's flock and go. What you going to do? NFL, we got questions. They wilding over there. The whole brotherly shove, yeah. What the flock is up with that? That's the last one I'm leaving y'all with. Like, what the flock? These dudes are further across the neutral zone than us. But you know what? We're going to let them get their rocks off. We got questions, NFC and NFC East. Oh, yeah. Hella questions. But this week, it's on you, Seattle. What you going to do when Eagle Mania swoops down and runs wild on you? Say it with me. EAGLES. Eagles. Let's go. That's how we start the week. I hope we can start up this offense pretty strong, too, coming from Sunday. Oh, it's Monday night. Whoa. Yeah. Whatever, y'all. Get the flock up out of here. Let's go.